Hello everyone and welcome back to more Going Local here with Celtic, and this is just one of the weirdest saves I have ever done. We're barely half a season in, and already it's just there's so many things that are still really quite ridiculous. I'm still not over the Barkas scorpion kick thing from last time. And as for what else is happening, well, it's been a pretty fantastic time so far, but also really quite weird. There is really only one place to start, and finally we are getting some respect around here. 2 Manager of the Month awards in a row, October and November. We did not win. We won what? We won 1 Manager of the Month award the entire time we were in the Premier League with Norwich. The entire time. 2 in 2 here. I'm already liking it. And the reason for that is because simply we have just kept on winning. We have lost, technically. It's more of a draw, but we have technically lost for the first time this season. We'll talk about that in a minute. But in the league and elsewhere, it has been another absolutely fantastic period. Last time we did, of course, have that wonderful win against Napoli, back-to-back wins against Napoli in the Europa League, and we finished off the group in some style as well. A 4-2 win against FC Midtjylland, 2 more goals from Christopher Julian. He's getting a new contract. There's a bit of an interest in him from Spurs, but he's agreed to a new contract. He has already got 10 goals in the league, 14 overall. It's absurd. But he was on the score sheet again there. It was a great performance and a great win. And then a 4-1 win against St Johnstone. St Johnstone are in third. They are the third best team so far this season. And we blew them away. 2 from Christie. Julien again, of course, and Aya. Another great performance. We wrapped up the group 4-2 against Anathosi to win in style. Maximum points is not something I expected to get from this group when it was drawn. So to get it is pretty remarkable. Maybe we can even win the Europa League this season. Although to do that is going to be quite difficult because our opponents for the first knockout round have been drawn, and we've got AS Roma, which, considering the other teams in here that we could have had, is probably one of the strongest teams we could have faced. These are the ones we could have faced. Yeah, not happy about that. Not too many crazy teams have come down from the Champions League, apart from one, and that one team is Chelsea, who you can see have already sacked Thomas Tuchel. They've been having a wild time in the Premier League. Of course, maybe a team will manage in the future. And, well, they've recovered a little bit now, but they were in the relegation zone, as well as being knocked out of the Champions League. So, not a great time. The Premier League is having a wild time. Burnley are in 5th at the moment. Southampton are in 3rd. I have no idea what's happening, but we will be there one day. We followed that up with another fantastic result. A brilliant 5-2 win against Kilmarnock. Odsonne Edouard getting 2 more, both from the penalty spot. He's certainly been more prolific so far this season. Another goal for Julien, of course, because why not? We then have suffered our first defeat. It was more of a draw, as said, but we got knocked out of the League Cup by Rangers on penalties. It's disappointing, but also it's not on the list, so I don't really care. And then 3 straight league wins since then. 2 from Edouard as we beat Livingston. El Yunusi, the only goal scorer, as we beat Ross County, and then a 2-0 win against Hamilton Academicals. Ferguson and McGregor on the score sheet. So many wins. Does that mean we're top of the league now? Does it mean we're top of the league? No, of course not. Because I don't think I've ever been in this situation. We have not lost. We've won 16 games. We've drawn 2. Our record is better than Rangers. And yet, because of the amount of games played, we're still in second. Only by 1 point now. Rangers have dropped points once again. They drew with Motherwell. It means that if we win our games in hand, which are against Hibernian and St Mirren, we will be 5 points clear, which would be good. We are playing Rangers today, the second Old Firm league game of the season. If we win that, we'll go top regardless. But all of these good performances have not come without a cost, and that cost is, of course, interest in our players. It's the danger of being the manager of any team with the stature of Celtic. Odsonne Edouard, he's attracting interest. Ryan Christie's attracting interest from Chelsea and Bayern Munich. That's how good he's been. He has been an absolute superstar so far this season. The biggest problem, though, the biggest concern is Christopher Aya, who is wanted by basically the world and his wife. So, yeah, the price being quoted in the media for him is £7 million, which is less than his valuation, and I have no idea why. He's got he's only got 1 year left on his deal after this, but £7 million, he's not got a release clause. It's a joke. He doesn't want to sign a new deal at the moment, but, hopefully, if we can just win what we need this season, then it won't matter because we won't even be here next year. But for now, I want to keep all of these guys until the end of the year. No one is going in January. if it can be helped. But anyway, 2 league matches today. Can we go top of the league? We've got Dundee United first. That will not help us unless Rangers drop points again. But then we're off to Ibrox for the second league Old Firm match of the season. That could well be the difference. Rangers have got St Mirren today. I don't expect them to drop points there, but if they can, that would be great. Any points they drop would be fantastic, but all we need to do is keep on winning. So the team for this one is more or less fit. Barkas is going to be in goal. He's got a cold, bless him. He'll be fine. He just stand there. I mean, it probably is quite cold in December in Glasgow, but he's going to have to live with it. Taylor, Julian, Aya, and Kenny's the defence. Sorrow, not been great, but our other midfield options are injured. Scott Brown is injured, and Near Bitton is injured, and also they're really slow. Ferguson and McGregor complete the midfield. El Yunusi's on the left. He's usurped James Forrest in that role. Ryan Christie, the absolute star, has been scintillating so far. 4 goals, 7 assists. The average rating tells its own story. And Odsonne Edouard up front, finally back, putting the ball in the back of the net. 11 goals so far in the league. 12 overall, not bad. Right, I expect nothing but a win from this one. We must make sure we don't drop any points in games like this. This is a game. Should be 3 points. Rangers keep winning games. They're not dropping that many points. They're dropping some though. We need to make sure we don't give them any chance to come back into this. Let them keep their full sense of security at the top of the table. Win every game between now and the end of the season. Apart from maybe the Old Firm games, we want to have that buffer so that if we slip up against them at Ibrox, then it doesn't matter so much. Early goal would be nice. Taylor, going forwards, pings it to Lewis Ferguson, who has been another absolute superstar so far this season. El Yunusi gets it on the left-hand side, goes to the shot. It's a pretty wild effort from the Norwegian. Would perhaps be typical if we drop points in this one, as I started recording, but hopefully not. Ryan Christie intercepts the ball, goes off to El Yunusi on the left-hand side. Can he do something better this time? The delivery is blocked initially. He has another go at it. Ferguson's there. The header's decent on target, but it doesn't go in, doesn't really trouble the goalkeeper at all. The highlight is still alive though. Ferguson back on the ball, going forwards into the box. He's been tackled by Giandro Fuchs, and he may well be saying that because he's given away a penalty, which Odsonne Edouard will take. He's got a decent record from the spot. Not perfect. There's another one for the miss column. Well done. I think he's missed. That's the third one he's missed. He's scored at least 4, maybe 5. So we've got a lot of penalties, but we'd rather that one have gone in. That one has gone in though. It's not Julien. It is Christopher Aya with his third of the season from El Yunusi's free kick, and that's the breakthrough. Are we just really tall? Aya doesn't look particularly tall there, but he's got the jump on the defenders. Same position. El Yunusi in again, and this time it's Julien, and this time it doesn't go in. Rangers are beating St Mirren, which is not the most surprising thing. If they could do us a favour, I'd love them forever, really. El Yunusi, corner in. McGregor, the run. It's the run, isn't it? He completely outfoxes the Dundee United defence, and it's 2-0. Another great delivery from El Yunusi, and then, just McGregor ghosts in. No one picks him up, and, we're in control. Could be more before the break. Ferguson is brutally tackled. The referee's playing the advantage. Christie goes inside, goes for the shot, and it's powerful, but it's saved by Sigrist. Are we getting a card for that horrendous challenge? I don't think we are. We did, yeah. Spoiler did get booked. Second half has been pretty without incident, but we nearly make it 3. Aya goes close again. Dundee United have not had a shot. Oh, they just had one as soon as I said that, obviously, inevitably. They'll probably score 2 goals in injury time to equalise it. That's how it works, isn't it? Christie, another corner. It's another goal for Christopher Julien. That was good. That was welcome. 3-0. We should be fine. It's another set piece delivery. We're pretty good at them. We're pretty good at them. Still going. We're looking for a fourth. We've had a lot of games where we've scored 4 goals. The more goals, the better, of course. Johnston off the bench on the left-hand side pings it back to Sorrow. This is a good opportunity. We can find somebody, one of the forward players, Ferguson and Sorrow, just passing it back and forth. McGregor, who's going to actually take this on in some way. Still being very patient. Ferguson, though, looks to ping the ball forwards. Mickey Johnston's in, and Mickey Johnston completely outfoxes the defence. And there we go. It's 4. It's 4 again. We can do it from open play. It's not just set pieces. The tackle's missed. Johnston is in, and it's a great finish from the youngster. And 3 more points. Well, Rangers are going to beat St Mirren, which means we stay 1 point behind them. But of course, it's 1 point behind with 2 games in hand and now we go to Ibrox, where we could go top. Paul Lambert is now in charge of Dundee United, and it's fair to say a bit bitter at the experience of being beaten 4-0 by a man who has only been a manager for half a season. But it's January now, we're into 2021, so sad times. We've left the European Union again. Just constantly depressing to be reminded of that. So we're going to have to contend with the work permit rules. It doesn't really affect us particularly because we can only sign Scottish players anyway while we're here, and the 2 wildcards will obviously be players who are good enough to get a work permit, I would imagine. But anyway, we can look to do a deal. There are certainly some positions I maybe would want to strengthen. I think defensive midfield, which is midfield generally, Ferguson and Sorrow are kind of doing a lot of work. Scott Brown is all right, obviously injured at the moment. But I'm not sure about Bitton particularly. I think maybe another midfielder might be sensible. Maybe move Bitton on. Because again, Turnbull, he's just so slow. That's just too much of a concern for me. And then obviously we've got to field bids for the players we already have potentially. But we'll worry about that next time. We have got a bid for Tom Rogic already. He has asked to leave. And I've said if we can find a replacement, we will probably look to do that. Newcastle bid £9 million. Again, he's slowing down quite a lot. Physicals are declining a lot. If we can get a little bit more for him, I think this might actually be quite sensible. Get someone else in this position, perhaps. Right, I've gone with 12 million. They're happy with that. I think that's quite reasonable. I'm going to take that, and then we can get somebody else in. We've got awards all over the place as well. Julien's won Player of the Month. Ferguson's won Young Player of the Month, and I think, indeed, yep, there we go. It's your boy. That's 3 in a row. I love it. December as well. Fantastic. I mean, it's all kicking off here. It's 9:30 on New Year's Day. I shouldn't even be at work. And Callum McGregor, he wants to leave. Scott Brown, saw him out, mate. He's happy to stay. Good. Right, fine. None of that, please, Callum. You can all leave in the summer once we've won the league and the Scottish Cup, because we'll be leaving too. You know what? I'm going to come back to this after the Rangers game, but we've got some bids. He's going to go. We'll get someone else in. Christopher Raya, there's a bid from Monaco for... Sorry, what is this? 2.8 million? 2.8 million? Is this actually a joke? Are you actually he's not, his contract's not up at the end of the season. He's still got a year on his deal. Are you actually kidding me? You really think I'm that's not even being negotiated? Absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, what is this? So Sorrow, he's starting for us in the league, and you want us to accept an offer to take him out on loan as a squad player when most of you aren't even paying us any money? Is this a joke? What is this? I thought, now Leon have come in for him. Why do you think that I'm ever going to accept this? Let's negotiate this, shall we? To a more reasonable price. 30 million, because that's how good he is. You don't want to pay that? Well then, piss off. Right, just forget about that for a second. We've got an old firm game here. We'll worry about transfers next time. Right, calm. Focus. Same team as the team that dispatched Dundee United so efficiently, which means that, Scott Brown's going to come back on the bench, but otherwise no changes. Let's just, focus, calm, zen. We're off to Ibrox. If we can get all 3 points, we will go top of the league and we will be well in control of this title race. Of course, actually a draw wouldn't be the worst. I'd take a draw given the fact that Rangers have dropped points, and we're not getting a draw at the moment. Connor Goldson has scored from a corner. That's not allowed. That's what we do. Simple ball in. I mean, now I know how all the other teams feel. 3 players on the line. 3 of you. What are you doing? Let's see if we can push for an equaliser. I mean, a loss isn't devastating given the fact Rangers drop so many points. We've got a free kick, and, McGregor gets there ahead of our McGregor, and potential counter on for the current league leaders. We've been caught short here. The defence is stretched. Jatta's in is luckily gone over. Yeah, if we do lose today and then we win our games in hand, then as Barkas makes a flying leap, he didn't actually get on the ball, we will still be 2 points clear if we win the games in hand. So it's not the end of the world, but it would be good to not lose. We've not really done anything. This is the first time we've really played pretty badly so far this season. I mean, I'm far from pleased. We beat Napoli home and away here, and even in the League Cup game, we did play quite well. I want to see some more. We'll go positive. I'm not going out without some kind of fight. Edouard's not playing well. Christie with a free kick. We're so good at these. Julien hits the bar. That is unfortunate. Taylor's not having a good game. McGregor's not having a good game. Edouard is, again, not having a good game. I think changes need to be made. We'll see how this highlight ends up, though. McGregor flips it in. Ryan Christie's there, and Ryan Christie scores. And I thought he was offside there, but it's been given. I don't know if VAR is in effect in Scotland, but it certainly wasn't being used there. Let's have a look at this one. And, well, he was very quick, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We are still going to make some changes, though. Edouard is not playing well, so Lee Griffiths comes on. Plenty of Old Firm experience into the closing stages, and I would be quite happy with a point. We've had a good second half performance. Free kick from Griffiths. Can we steal it late on again? Aya's there. Christopher Aya is not going anywhere. Why would I sell Norway's best defender when he does stuff like that? Certainly not for 2.5 million or whatever poxy fee we've been offered there. We've got the lead into injury time. If we can just see this out, I'm not making any more changes. This would be spectacular. We're over the time. Blow the whistle. There we go. Coming from behind at Ibrox to beat Rangers. That's the stuff of champions. 2-1. We go top. 2 points clear. First time this season that we've been top through no real fault of our own. We haven't been up there. Finally we are. 2 games in hand as well. If we win them both, we will be 8 points clear. And that is pretty good indeed. But that was brilliant. What a fight back in the second half there. Aya the hero. He's not going anywhere. Do you want to just... I'll give you a new contract. I will give you whatever you want. Well, I mean, I'll give you loads, all right, mate? Just, you're not going anywhere now. What a beautiful sight that is. We've gone top. Let's hope we can just stay there. Well, certainly not a bad way to start 2021. I can certainly get on board with that. But anyway, that'll be that for today. We will be back next time. We'll have played both of our games in hand against Hibernian and St Mirren. We're going to be sick of them twice for both of them this month. But we will be back for, well, I think we're going to have to play the Scottish Cup third round because it's on the list. We've got to win it if we can this season. We'll be back for that, and probably Hamilton as well to end the month, if not Kilmarnock. We'll see what transfers we're going to do. I'm going to sell Rogic. We're going to sell Bitton as well. We'll get a couple of guys in there, and well, I don't want to sell anyone else. Edouard, Aya, they're not going anywhere if I can possibly avoid it. But there we go then. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe as well if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time.